Samagra Siksha Abhiyan, an integrated scheme for school education. Sarva Siksha Abhiyan, yes. Rashtriya Madhyamik Siksha Abhiyan and Teacher Education Scheme. Ayushman Bharat is a flagship scheme of Government of India which was launched as recommended by National Health Policy 2017 to achieve the vision of universal health coverage. Then you have Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. This is the world's largest health insurance. Yes.
Most UPSC aspirants fail before they even begin. Here's how you avoid that. The mistake: they jump into preparation without a roadmap, a mentor, or a clear strategy. At Vision IAS Delhi, we help you build your UPSC foundation the right way from day one. Get structured coverage, prelims, main CSAT and essay, all broken down step by step so nothing feels overwhelming. Smart current affairs with PT 365 and Mains 365. You focus only on what truly matters, no fluff. Personal mentorship, real one-on-one guidance to help you fix weak areas and boost what you're already good at. Test plus feedback loop, regular tests with detailed feedback so you never lose track of your progress. Don't start blind, start smart with Vision IAS Delhi. This is where your serious UPSC journey begins.
UPSC preparation is not just about reading books or watching online lectures. It requires personal guidance, real discussions, and structured practice. This is where offline mentoring makes all the difference. Unlike online learning, where doubts often remain unresolved, offline mentoring offers direct interaction, real-time feedback, and an environment of discipline and competition. One-to-one sessions help students get tailored advice, strategy corrections, and focused improvement. Every aspirant has different strengths and weaknesses. Personal mentoring helps address them effectively. Ground discussions sharpen analytical thinking and help students develop a multi-dimensional perspective on issues crucial for prelims, mains, and interview. Elocution sessions help in personality development, clarity of thought, and confidence, essential for UPSC interviews. Test writing is the most crucial part of UPSC preparation. It helps in time management, structuring answers, and improving content quality. Offline mentoring is not just about teaching. It's about grooming future officers with the right guidance, discipline, and confidence. So if you are preparing for UPSC, make sure you have the right mentor by your side.
Good afternoon, all of you. Yes, so today we'll be taking up the government schemes. Yesterday also you had a class. Yes, Ram Sudhir sir had taken up the class on government schemes. Fine. So did he complete all the schemes that he was to take? No. Okay, fine. Fine. With on that note, we'll also start with today's class. See, you must be knowing it is a, as far as prelims, how many questions do we expect? Yes, 4 to 5 questions, yes. And 4 to 5 questions. Year on year, we do expect that they will be asked from this section. Yes, so across the various schemes, it is one area on which there is certain amount of predictability that yes, you find that if you have done your schemes well, if you have studied them well, revised them well, you should be in a position to, if not all the 5 questions, at least 3 to 4 questions you should be able to get it correct. Yes, so it becomes an important section as far as prelims is concerned, and this section generally remains little overwhelming because you find it quite factual. Yes, so it is more or less bombardment of facts. Yes, so to know what is important from exams point of view, what kind of points that you should in fact pay attention to while preparing for the said topic. Fine. So with that in mind, we will try and discuss these topics, these schemes. But that being said, at the end of the day, it does remain factual. You cannot do much about it. You will have to form logical connections in your mind, some logical framework, some way to remember things. Yes, maybe some abbreviations if you can come out with, or some logical connect. Yes, if this is so, this will be so, and that is how things will be. Yes, taking on the name, maybe making out short notes for your purpose. Yes, for some mental memory as such. Fine. So the first, I will be discussing 10 ministries. So we will be discussing Ministry of Education. Then I'll be covering Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Yes, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of Rural Development, and Ministry of Tribal Affairs. So all the schemes which are to be dealt under the following topics, I will be covering them. Yes, also you have a Ministry of Women and Child Development that we will be covering. So let's start with Ministry of Education. Fine, so Ministry of Education. Yes, the first scheme here is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, an integrated scheme for school education. As the name suggests, it is an integrated scheme, so it will cover school education throughout. Yes, so you find that why it was in news? It was in news because of continuation of the Samagra Shiksha scheme till 2026. Yes, as I was telling you, the name is Integrated Scheme for School Education. That means school education starting from preschool. Yes, starting from preschool till class 12. The entire school education, entire scheme of school education is going to be covered. Yes, next it is centrally sponsored. Yes, what do we mean? There are 2 types of scheme. One is centrally sponsored, one is central sector scheme. Yes, sector में क्या है? यूनियन गवर्नमेंट की 100% फंडिंग होती है, प्लस इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इज ऑल्सो जनरली बाय द यूनियन गवर्नमेंट इटसेल्फ, बाय द सेंटर इटसेल्फ, एंड हियर इट इज सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड. सो द फंडिंग है ना टू अ सर्टन प्रोपोर्शन विल बी फ्रॉम द सेंटर, बट द implementation will be state. Here the implementation is through the center. So it is centrally sponsored. See, education cannot be a scheme dealing with education cannot be a central sector scheme. It necessarily has to be a centrally sponsored scheme, and consequently you find that this Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan is also a centrally sponsored scheme. Yes, implementing agency क्या है? State Implementation Society at the state and the UT level. Yes, and the tenure is from 2021 till 2026. Fine. So the objective is universal access, equity and quality, promoting vocationalization of education and strengthening of teacher education institutions. Yes, so you find that, है ना, जो हम generally बात करते हैं, access, equity and quality. What do you mean by equity? Here we are talking in terms of equitable access, equitable quality, है ना. It is equality. Equity as a concept as such is equality plus justice. Yes, so through equitable access, है ना, irrespective of your status, है ना, irrespective of your caste, irrespective of whether you are located in urban or rural area. Yes, so no disadvantage basically. Yes, therefore the element of justice. So access, equity and quality, जो एक general concept है, हम education के साथ बात करते हैं. Yes, there has to be 100% access, equity as well as quality of education. Then the other thing that we talk in terms of school education generally, है ना, 8th standard onwards generally जिस चीज़ की हम बात करते हैं वो vocationalization. Yes, so it is essential that because all of us, all the students out there cannot carry out studies, say in the service industry. Yes, everybody is comes from a different social background, have a different aptitude, a different interests. So there has to be provision of vocationalization so as to provide employment opportunity. And skill sets have to be imparted as part of the education system itself. So you need vocationalization of education. And then you have teachers' education quality has to be strengthened. Yes, so the third area which they are going to speak of is a strengthening of teacher education institutions. Fine, so these three is basically, yes, access, equity, quality, vocationalization and teachers education quality are the three areas that are being focused as part of this integrated scheme. Yes, support states in implementation of right of children to free and compulsory education. So RTE Act which provides for free and compulsory education, है ना, for students up in the primary up till secondary level. Yes, so you find that it will help states to implement RTE as well. Then what are the salient features? Background. Samagra Shiksha is an overarching school education program from preschool to class 12 which subsumes Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, yes, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan and teacher education scheme. Yes, so primary education, secondary education and teachers education scheme. Now Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan universalizes elementary education. It universalizes elementary education with infrastructure support according to RTE Act. Then you have Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan which enhances access and quality of Madhyamik basically secondary education, and teacher education scheme develops infrastructure for teachers training and academic support. Yes, for teachers of elementary and secondary schools. Yes, what is the fund sharing between center and state? For northeastern as well as Himalayan states, 90% of the cost will be borne by the center and only 10% by the states. In case of UTs, since they are centrally administered territory, of course 100% is going to be borne by the center, and for other states the distribution will be 60s to 40%. Yes. Now initiatives to align with new education policy. Maybe you can go back home and read on new education policy 2020. Yes, that can be a question in itself. Yes, so you will all go back home and do a little Google search on new education policy of 2020 and other salient features of the new education policy. Now initiatives to align with new education, है ना, ये जो हमारे पास जो ये scheme है, yes, Samagra Shiksha scheme, it needs to be aligned to the new education policy, and for it there are few initiatives that are being taken. One is Sarthak. Sarthak stands for Students and Teachers Holistic Advancement through Quality Education, and primary and secondary students plus the teachers advancement through quality education. Yes, then you have Nipun Bharat, ensures foundational literacy and numeracy for grade 3 by 2026-27. है ना, ग्रेड 3 के जब तक एक बच्चा ग्रेड 3 में पहुंचे, yes, he should have a foundational literacy as well as है ना फाउंडेशनल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ न्यूमरेसी, न्यूमेरिकल कंसेप्ट है ना, नंबर सिस्टम पता होना चाहिए, एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन है ना, जो बेसिक मैथ्स है वो पता होना चाहिए. यस, सो फाउंडेशनल लिटरेसी एंड न्यूमरेसी फॉर ग्रेड 3. यस, नॉट मल्टीप्लिकेशन डिविजन एडवांस कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बट फाउंडेशनल लेवल पे चाहिए. ठीक है. देन फाउंडेशनल लर्निंग स्टडी assess class 3 students foundational literacy and numeracy. Yes, then Vidya Pradesh 3-month play based school preparation module by NCERT. Yes, then Vidyanjali. See, these can be asked as match the following questions also, है ना, या तो बस नाम दे देंगे and 4 sentences, which one of them is correct. Yes, so such these initiatives are such: Vidyanjali web portal connecting volunteers with schools for contributions. Yes, Vidyanjali. So there is a contribution. Vidyanjali, Vidya ke sector mein contribution. Yes, so you have a web portal connecting volunteers with schools for contribution. Then you have Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas. These are residential schools for girls, and up to 12th standard with essential facilities. Then you have Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Avasya Vidyalayas for children in hilly or remote areas needing shelter as well as care. Then you have Nishtha 4.0. Yes, online teacher training for early childhood care and education. Okay, early ECCE stands for Early Childhood Care and Education. Yes, so Nishtha online teachers training. Yes, which will be for early childhood care and education. Then there is going to be focus on girls' education, upgradation of Kasturba Gandhi Vidyalayas, Balika Vidyalayas from class 6 to 8 to 6 to 12. पहले वो 6 to 8 तक ही थे, अब वो 6 to 12 तक हो जाएंगे. Self-defense training for girls from upper primary to senior secondary level. Yes, enhanced commitment to Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao. Focus on digital education, support Operation Digital Board. Yes, in all secondary schools over a period of 5 years. You have digital initiatives like UDI SE Plus, Shagun, which needs to be strengthened. Siksha Shabdkosh. Yes, a document on the glossary of various terminologies. Administrative reform bill liya jayega. Yes, single and unified administrative structure leading to harmonized implementation. Yes, then there is going to be Samagra Siksha framework. This framework has been issued by, yes, DOSEL, which gives key performance indicators for each component and physical and financial details of implementation of each component of Samagra Shiksha. Yes, then there is an amendment to Right to Education Act 2009. The Schedule to Right to Education Act has been amended regarding pupil teacher ratio. है ना, तो pupil teacher ratio को narrow down कर दिया गया है at the primary level now. In case for special educators के लिए ना, for students with special needs के लिए जो special educators है उनके लिए this pupil to teacher ratio has been altered. So one special education teacher for every 10 pupils with disability at primary level, and at upper primary level 1 teacher for 15 specially abled students. Yes, so this is about, these were some facts about the Samagra Siksha Abhiyan, which combines primary, secondary as well as teachers education. So from preschool till class 12th, तो students पे focus है plus teachers पे focus है, funding ये है. Yes, and it brings together all this Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan plus teacher education scheme. And to align it with new education policy, you find that Sarthak Nipun Bharat foundational learning study, because you need, Nipun Bharat is saying that you have to have foundational literacy as well as numeracy for grade 3, that should be achieved by 2026-27. So has that been achieved? How successful is this Nipun Bharat initiative would be studied through foundational learning study. Yes, and then there is Vidya Pradesh, Vidyanjali, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalays, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Avasiya Vidyalays, and Nishtha 4.0. ठीक है. Fine, I don't think so you need to know the numbers. You can just read through them for your own knowledge, but that is it. And it covers 1.16 million schools. That means 11.6 lakh schools cover हो रहे हैं, over 156 million students and this many million teachers of government and aided school. अच्छा, ये this is applicable for government schools plus government aided schools. ठीक है, प्राइवेट एजुकेशन सेक्टर के लिए रिलेशन में नहीं है ये, है ना. जनरली इट इज़ फॉर गवर्नमेंट एंड गवर्नमेंट एडेड स्कूल्स. एक्सेस टू क्वालिटी एजुकेशन विथ एन इक्विटेबल एंड इंक्लूसिव क्लासरूम एनवायरनमेंट. ग्रेटर फोकस ऑन इम्पार्टिंग स्किल्स अमंग्स. वोकेशनलाइजेशन पे फोकस है, इसका मतलब क्या है? फोकस ऑन इम्पार्टिंग ग्रेटर स्किल्स है. ठीक है, तो वोकेशनलाइजेशन इज एन एलिमेंट दैट वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन. Yes, quality, equitable access to education that we are focusing upon. Yes, and teachers education quality. तो यहाँ पे imparting skill में vocationalization, all child centric intervention will be provided directly to the students through direct benefit transfer mode over a period of time. Yes. Fine. Then you have a PM Shri Schools, which stands for PM Schools for Rising. एक बार चेक करना, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ समथिंग है ये, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ DO कहाँ, वो वेयर इज इट एग्जैक्टली, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ SEL. एक बार चेक करो, है ना. इट इज डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ समथिंग. यू विल, हाँ, स्कूल एजुकेशन and literacy. Yes, so Ministry of Education के अंदर है ना, it will be Department of School Education and Literacy. Yes, next is PM Shri Schools, PM Schools for Rising India. So why it was in news? Because recently some states have opposed the implementation of PM Shri School scheme. Yes, now let's see what it is. की फैक्ट्स. पर्पस क्या है? प्रोवाइडिंग इक्विटेबल, इंक्लूसिव एंड जॉयफुल एजुकेशन. यस, इक्विटेबल, इंक्लूसिव एंड जॉयफुल एजुकेशन while nurturing holistic, well-rounded individuals with 21st century skills. Fine, all these words are actually important. देखो, all these words you should just know. As far as education is concerned, we will use these words. Equitable, I told you, equitable is an important word. Equitable के context में ही inclusive आ गया है. Yes, and आजकल concept है joyful education का. That education should not be a burden on students. Yes, that is the reason you can think in terms of why examination were done away with. है ना, up till a certain है ना standard, है ना. स्कूल एजुकेशन में, अर्ली स्कूल एजुकेशन में examinations were done away with. Here also we had the example of, in the previous we had the example of 3 months of playful है ना module. Yes, Vidya Pradesh, the 3-month play-based school preparation module by NCERT. So this general emphasis these days is as far as joyful education. So equitable, inclusive, joyful education while nurturing holistic, well-rounded individuals with 21st century skills. Yes, so this is another important aspect as far as education is concerned, because we believe that the world is changing very, very fast. Today, it is said, and we will not call someone educated just because they can read and write, or they have a certain amount of a certain degree. We say a person is educated when one can learn, unlearn and relearn. Okay, this is the idea. Yes, the idea is the world is changing very fast. In the 21st century, powered by ICT revolution, powered by now artificial intelligence, yes, you find you have IT revolution 4.0, digital revolution 4.0, where the world is changing very fast. So today what is relevant becomes irrelevant 5 years down the line. Yes, 5 years down the line, what is going to be relevant maybe will become irrelevant within 2 years. Yes, if you look around yourself, you will find every industry is witnessing disruption. And there is no industry which is untouched by technological disruption. And you find each and every industry, 3-4 years down the line, we did not have the Uber and the cab facilities. Yes, Uber, which was the prime most cab providing agency, is witnessing a decline in itself. Yes, you have various types of services which are emerging. Yes, even for that matter, जो हम कहते हैं movie industry, which generally fascinates all, you find that is also witnessing a huge amount of disruption. Nobody is going to the theaters. Old movies are getting relaunched. OTT platform has emerged as the new arena. In the education sector, you find edutech has become very, very attractive. Yes, not everyone wants to come to the classroom and study. Yes, which was the norm when we were studying. Yes, so you find that every sector is witnessing great amount of disruption, which requires all of us to be on our toes, whereby we can adapt quickly to the changes. That is education now. Yes, so education is about ability to learn, then unlearn, and once again relearn the new skill which becomes relevant. Your ability to adapt to changes. Yes, therefore this entire debate as to for school education also, this entire debate ki which board is better. आपने सबने CBSE या state board से पढ़ा होगा, ICSE किया होगा, है ना. Now you have the IB board, you have the Montessori model of education, you have Waldorf model of education. Why all these new concepts are emerging? Because education today, rote learning will not serve the purpose. Yes, there is information overload. पहले हम रटते क्यों थे information को? Because you would need your mind to recapitulate that information. Information was not readily available. You had to go to the libraries to get access to information. But today information is accessible at press of a button. There is in fact information overload. What we require, the ability to dig through, find this humongous information and then decide what is relevant for me and what is irrelevant. What is a fact, what is not a fact. Yes, this ability has to be taught. This is the 21st century skill. Therefore, education cannot be burden. It should be a joyful learning, जो हमेशा होना चाहिए था. But now there is a lot of emphasis on joyful education while nurturing holistic, well-rounded individuals with 21st century skills. Yes, so PM Shri, अभी है ना, PM मोदी ने अपना नाम associate किया है, तो of course it has to be a new type of education that we are talking about. So you find that it is also going to be a centrally sponsored scheme. Beneficiary, more than 20 lakh students are expected to be direct beneficiaries of the scheme. Yes, now objective kya hai isme? You find development of more than 14,500 schools across the country. Yes, PM Shri schools to showcase all components of new education policy 2020. Yes, thus fine. So they will act as model schools of sort, which will be demonstrative of all components, है ना. क्योंकि इसी तरह की बात हो रही है कि नहीं, ये पूरा डिस्कशन वैसा ही नहीं चल रहा. मॉडल स्कूल जैसा होना चाहिए. और हमारे लिए गवर्नमेंट के लिए क्या होगा? मॉडल स्कूल विच रिप्रेजेंट्स ऑल components of the new education policy 2020. Yes, that is how you logically make a connection in your minds. That is how you are able to recall in the exam. Now, what is the salient features? Selection method, transparent, challenge mode, with schools self-applying through an online portal. So, which schools will be covered under PM Shri scheme? है ना, will be determined through a transparent challenge mode with schools self-applying through an online portal. Schools can apply through an online portal and then they will be selected. Yes, high quality education, experiential and holistic pedagogy aligned with NEP 2020. है ना, ये सारे keywords हैं. These are the keywords. आज के दिन education, how should be the education system? It has to be experiential. And it should not be about rote learning. You cannot just simply expect the students to read through the books. You have to give them a feel of what they are talking about. आप प्रॉफिट लॉस का कंसेप्ट बुक्स में नहीं पढ़ा सकते, उनको एक्सपीरियंस होना होगा प्रॉफिट लॉस. सो दे माइट सेट अप मार्केट्स इन स्कूल एंड है ना पार्टिसिपेट इन सेलिंग, purchasing and all that idea. So experiential learning. They cannot talk about trees sitting in their classroom. They will have to go into the gardens and plant trees and look at plants and see things. They will have to experience things. Yes, so these are the keywords. Holistic pedagogy and a holistic learning. Holistic learning has to be there. The pedagogy, the method in which they are taught is also going to be holistic. Yes, aligned with new education policy, competency-based assessments. Yes, focusing on conceptual understanding and real-life application. तो evaluation भी कैसे होगी? Evaluation will not happen through what you write in the exams. Yes, but the evaluation will be based on conceptual clarity. How much conceptual clarity and real-life applications. So they have been taught an idea, and that idea they will be made to apply it in real life. Yes, so competency based assessment. So how competent you are, that will be assessed through conceptual understanding and real life application. Then these schools would be green schools, environmentally friendly schools, incorporation of eco-friendly practices like solar panels, water conservation, waste management and plastic free initiatives. Yes, enhanced infrastructure. Of course, in schools में enhanced infrastructure होना होगा, है ना. There has to be smart classrooms, there have to be digital libraries, there has to be vocational labs, है ना, जहाँ पे vocational education उनको provide किया जाएगा. There has to be playground, state of art science labs. Yes, so they need enhanced infrastructure. The furniture and the learning tools will be tailored for various grades, including Jadui Pitara and outdoor play materials. Yes, fine. Skill development. And you might just the unique word of Jadui Pitara. And generally, if it comes in the exam, you might think that how is it linked? But then they are actually talking as part of enhanced infrastructure in the PM Shri schools. Fine, then skill development. Skill development mein, as I was telling you, a lot of focus on vocational training, then internships dena hai, and entrepreneurship opportunities. Yes, collaboration with local industries and sector skill councils. Because up till now, the education that we have generally received has been out of context with the market requirement. So here an endeavor is going to be made that even at the school level, whatever you are taught, you are provided some skill set through vocationalization of education. And they will not just stop at vocationalization. They will ensure that there are internships, there is entrepreneurship opportunity, that there is collaboration with local industries as well as sector skill council. So each sector में जो skill councils हैं उनके साथ cooperate करेंगे and all that. Yes, then yes, then there would be mentoring and leadership. Then PM Shri schools to mentor and lead nearby schools, creating a ripple effect for quality education. Model schools, of course, and they are expected to create a ripple effect. Yes, influence the nearby schools. Inclusive education. Yes, so inclusiveness पे focus है. तो equity अपने आप शब्द आ जाता है. Gender based differentiation नहीं होना चाहिए. Caste based, है ना, and a rural urban divide. These are the primary barriers at the education level, so they should be taken care of. Focus on equity and inclusion for with safe infrastructure for girls and children with special needs. Yes, promotion of mother tongue or local languages as a medium of instruction. This you can highlight. Yes, so here the focus would be on, yes, promotion of mother tongue as well as local languages as a medium of instruction. Yes, so Article 350A of the Constitution, है ना, talked about providing education, है ना, making an attempt at that at the primary level the education should be provided in mother tongue. Yes, at all local languages. So here also the emphasis, है ना, model schools है ना, modern way of life है, homogeneous learning पे focus नहीं है ना, each can flourish with their own inherent capacities. School is supposed to provide the platform so that each student flourishes and their inherent capabilities. So that is the idea, and there's a very famous statement by Mahatma Gandhi. He had said that the intelligence of the nation can never flourish in a foreign language. So he had emphasized कि mother tongue में ही education होना चाहिए, ठीक है. तो that is the idea of mother tongue में, क्योंकि you are more comfortable, you are able to express yourself better, learn better, all such things happen. Yes, monitoring and quality assurance. So regular evaluation using school quality assessment framework. Yes, so there will be regular assessment, then geotagging of schools for selection and monitoring. Also the schools would be geotagged for selection as well as for monitoring purpose. Then convergence and community participation. So collaboration with Panchayati Raj institutions, urban local bodies, community groups for infrastructure development as well as resource pooling. तो holistic learning का मतलब यही होता है ना, कि education cannot be seen as a independent sector, है ना. उसमें अब there will be resource pooling, there will be interaction, collaboration with PRIs, ULBs and other community groups. Yes, then you have implementation strategy, implementation through existing administrative structure of Samagra Shiksha, Kendra Vidyalay Sangathan and Navo Vidyalay Samiti. Yes, then monitored rigorously to assure adherence to new education policy 2020 goals. Yes, now as far as PM Shri School selection methodology, it will be a 3-stage process with definite timelines. Yes, stage 1, there will be an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, which will be signed. States and UTs will sign MOU with center laying down commitment for supporting quality assurance as PM Shri schools. Yes, stage 2, eligibility pool of eligible schools would be identified based on prescribed minimum benchmark and identified through UDISE plus data. Yes, and third is challenge method. Based on the challenge method for fulfilling certain criteria, schools would be identified. Fine. So this is as far as the PM Shri schools and PM schools for Rising India. Yes, तो वही है, holistic well-rounded individuals with 21st century skill set. तो इस context में वो new education policy को refer कर रहे हैं, है ना, 2020 to identify कि the education system should be in line with the new education policy 2020. Yes, and we have spoken about all these: high quality education, to experiential and holistic pedagogy, enhanced infrastructure, green schools, skill development, mentoring and leadership. They are going to act as mentors and leaders. Yes, and inclusive education and monitoring and quality assurances. Fine, so this is about, yes, क्या था, क्या method? चैलेंज मेथड में क्या होगा कि देखो अब सेकेंड स्टेज में क्या है, दे विल अ पूल ऑफ स्कूल्स विल बी आइडेंटिफाइड विच कैन बी, है ना, जो एलिजिबल हैं फॉर पीएम श्री स्कीम के अंडर. यस, एंड देन बेस्ड ऑन चैलेंज मेथड फॉर फुलफिलिंग सर्टन क्राइटेरिया मे बी दे विल बी गिवन, है ना, दे विल बी चैलेंज्ड कि, है ना, दिस इज योर स्टैटिस्टिक्स, इफ यू अचीव, है ना, दिस इंडिकेटर. अगर आपने मानो फाउंडेशनल लिटरेसी, न्यूमरेसी एंड लिटरेसी, है ना, विच इज़ मोर देन 90% या मोर देन 95%, है ना, अप टिल थर्ड ग्रेड अचीव कर लिया, देन यू क्वालिफाई अंडर दिस. सो देर विल बी सच चैलेंजेस, है ना, स्पेशल नीड्स स्टूडेंट्स के लिए यू हैव द प्रॉपर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. Yes, such challenges accordingly can be given, and once they fulfill those challenges, they will, therefore it is going to be an open, transparent process in which such schools will be identified to be upgraded under PM Shri model. Then they will create a ripple effect across. Yes. हाँ, प्राइवेट स्कूल्स के लिए तो नहीं है ये स्कीम्स. यस, ये सारे इन्हीं, ये इट विल बी, है ना, दिस विल नॉट बी, आई डोंट थिंक सो इट इज़ फॉर द प्राइवेट स्कूल्स, है ना, इट विल बी फॉर द गवर्नमेंट और गवर्नमेंट एडेड स्कूल्स. यस, हाँ, अच्छा, गवर्नमेंट एडेड भी नहीं है, अच्छा, ओनली फॉर गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स. फाइन. If it is not mentioned, you should mention this then, है ना, that it is, I don't think so it is mentioned here, so you can mention it, है ना, it, है ना, जो beneficiary होंगे वो सिर्फ it will be government schools only. Yes, why some states were opposing it? It is center state relation का problem. Yes. So, and in case of India, center-state relation का problem is not so much about center-state relation, it is about political parties who are in power, है ना. तो अब इंडिविजुअल इश्यूज तो देखो आपको एक बार सर्च करने पड़ेंगे कि एग्जैक्टली इंडिविजुअल इश्यूज क्या हैं जिसकी वजह से वो अपोज कर रहे थे. बट जनरली, है ना, यू फाइंड दैट अभी यही चल रहा है ना इंडिया में, जो भी है ना, द स्टेट्स नॉट अंडर the central, है ना, the same political party, है ना, generally do not get along with the center because center would, एक बार चेक करना exact issue, but they would try to impose their own will, है ना, they would try, their autonomy gets lost, yes, in the process. So that is why generally that some states tend to oppose such schemes by the center. तो exact issue आप एक बार check कर सकते हो.
Stop wasting hours on scattered current affairs preparation. Visionize Digital Current Affairs Premium gives you AI-powered answers, expert feedback, and structured revision all in one place. Instant AI answers. No more endless searches. Get precise syllabus-aligned insights in seconds. Daily answer writing. Expert feedback to sharpen your mains responses. Quick notes and highlights. Organize, revise, and retain key concepts effortlessly. Plus, free features. Daily news summaries from The Hindu and Indian Express. Quizzes and MCQs to test your progress. And downloadable PDFs for seamless revision. Study smarter, not harder. To know more, visit our website now.
Yes, next is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Yes. So under it you find, in fact, इस पे ना आयुष्मान भारत डिजिटल मिशन पे, I think so in 2023 or 2024 there was a question that was asked. Yes, so Ayushman Bharat digital mission. But before we get into the digital mission, what exactly is Ayushman Bharat? What is this Ayushman Bharat? Yes. Yes. What is Ayushman Bharat? Ayushman Bharat is a flagship scheme of Government of India which was launched as recommended by National Health Policy 2017 to achieve the vision of universal health coverage. Yes, this has been designed to meet SDGs and its underlining commitment, that is that nobody should be left out from the health sector coverage. Yes, it is an attempt to move from sectoral and segmented approach of health service delivery to a comprehensive need based health care service. जनरली क्या था, हेल्थ सेक्टर में वी यूज टू हैव दीज सेक्टोरल अप्रोच, है ना, सेक्टोरल अप्रोच इन टर्म्स ऑफ मे बी सर्टन पर्टिकुलर डिजीजेस, है ना, प्रोग्राम्स फॉर टीबी, प्रोग्राम्स फॉर सम अदर, है ना, एड्स के लिए. Yes, also there was a division of urban and rural area in terms of government schemes for health sector coverage is concerned. Now you find that we have gone for a comprehensive नीड बेस्ड, है ना. तो सेंटर इज नॉट गोइंग टू से कि हाँ ठीक है हम सिर्फ टीबी के लिए कवरेज देंगे या एड्स के लिए कवरेज देंगे या जापानीज एन्सेफेलाइटिस के लिए ही कवरेज देंगे. इट विल बी नीड बेस्ड हेल्थ केयर सर्विस. यस, this scheme aims to undertake path-breaking intervention to holistically address the healthcare system, which will cover prevention, promotion as well as ambulatory care. तो comprehensive healthcare services provide करेंगे at the primary, secondary and tertiary level. Yes, Ayushman Bharat adopts a continuum of care approach comprising two interrelated components. One is the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana and the other is health and wellness centers. Yes, now you have health and wellness centers. Government of India announced creation of these many 1.5 lakh health and wellness centers by transforming the existing sub-centers and primary health centers. These centers are to deliver comprehensive primary health care, bringing health care closer to the homes of the people. Basically idea यहाँ पे क्या है, comprehensive primary health care. Yes, they cover both maternal and child health services plus non-communicable diseases, including free essential drugs and diagnostic services. तो maternal and child health services and non-communicable diseases including free essential drugs as well as diagnostic services. Yes, by establishment of health and wellness centers which will be providing primary health, है ना, they will serve as primary health care centers. Yes. देखो प्राइमरी लेवल पे अब वही है, अब एग्जैक्टली तो आपको ये चीज़ देखनी पड़ेगी एक बार कि प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी टर्शरी लेवल पे एग्जैक्टली क्या कवर होगा डिजीजेस के कंटेक्स्ट में. प्राइमरी हेल्थ केयर इज द बेसिक मिनिमम हेल्थ केयर जिसके लिए हम डॉक्टर्स को अप्रोच करें. यू हैव सम फीवर है ना, अ विमेन इज प्रेग्नेंट, शी वांट्स टू डिलीवर हर चाइल्ड. यस, सो दैट इज द प्राइमरी हेल्थ केयर. Tertiary is super specialization of sorts, and like you have different diseases, maybe an advanced stage of cancer. Yes, you have some neurological disorder वगैरह, है ना, and secondary will be somewhere in between. But exactly एक बार check करो कि अगर primary, secondary, tertiary इस तरह से exactly क्या categorization रहेगी. Yes, fine. So that is the idea. Yes, then you have Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. This is the world's largest health insurance. Yes, or assurance scheme fully financed by the government. Yes, it provides a cover of rupees 5 lakh per family per year. Yes, so यहाँ पे क्या coverage है, 5 lakh rupees 5 lakh per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization across public and private empaneled, है ना, जो enlisted hospitals in India. Yes, over 12 crore poor and vulnerable entitled families, approximately 55 crore beneficiaries are eligible. They have been identified based on socio-economic and caste census. Yes, uh, PM Jai and Jan Arogya Yojana provides cashless access to healthcare services for the beneficiary at the point of service, that is the hospital, and a cashless access to healthcare services hai. Yes, and it envisions to help mitigate catastrophic expenditure on medical treatment, which pushes 6 crore Indians into poverty each year. Yes, so basically 5 lakh per family per year insurance is being provided. Yes. Now what is, how it is different from RSBY, बीमा योजना, ये है ना, सुरक्षा बीमा योजना, RSBY was the previous scheme, है ना. तो उसमें क्या होता था, there was a threshold cap of say 5 lakh per family, but each family could comprise only of 5 individuals. No such cap has been provided under Jai, है ना, जन आरोग्य योजना. Yes, so the benefits of है ना rupees 5 lakh are on a, हाँ, राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना. Yes, are on a family floater basis, which means that if it can be used by one or all members of the family. ठीक है, जो ये 5 लाख रुपए हैं, या तो ये एक ही इंसान पे भी खर्च हो सकते हैं, या it can be spread across all the family members. This राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना had a family cap of 5 members only, but now that family cap has been done away with. Yes, however, based on learning of those schemes, in this has been designed in such a way that there is no cap on the family size or the age of the members. Yes, it is quite important. In addition, the pre-existing diseases are covered from the very first day. So this is the idea that even the pre-existing diseases would be covered. Yes, generally जब भी आप health insurance लेते हो, they do not tend to cover the pre-existing diseases, or they will have, there is a problem, your insurance cost increases or such things. But here you find that the pre-existing diseases will be covered from the very first day. This means that any eligible person suffering from any medical condition before being covered by PMJ will now be able to get treatment for all those medical conditions as well under the scheme right from the day they are enrolled. Fine. So now let's go to the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. Yes, it marks a successful completion of 3 years. Yes, now what are the quick facts? Purpose क्या है? To integrate digital health solutions for continuum of care and effective utilization of resources. Yes, so basically it is a digital mission. तो इसको digitize कर दिया गया है इस mission को. Yes, so all the data, all the beneficiary, all the records have been digitized through this Ayushman Bharat digital mission. Yes, purpose to integrate digital health solution for continuum of care. कि continuous रहे care है ना, across cities you can move, but then your records, digitized records and continuum of care will be ensured. An effective utilization of resources. Yes, type क्या है? It is a central sector scheme. So it is going to be implemented by the center. Yes, tenure is 5 years. Implementing agency will be the National Health Authority. Yes, objective is to develop robust digital backbone. Objective is to develop robust digital backbone to support integrated digital health infrastructure and bridging gaps amongst stakeholders in India's healthcare ecosystem. yes, to develop robust digital backbone, to support integrated digital health infrastructure, yes, and bridging gaps amongst stakeholders in healthcare ecosystem. Now, what are the key components? Yes, the key components under this scheme is you have Abha and Abha app. Yes. Yes. Fine, it is going to be a 14-digit health ID for digital record access, and the app will be used for uploading or scanning health documents. Health facility register, database of all public and private healthcare facilities will be there. Yes, healthcare professional registry, database of all medical professionals, modern as well as belonging to those of traditional medicine. Then you have unified health interface, open platform for appointment and teleconsultation. देखो एक तो क्या है, you will have each individual will be given a 14-digit health ID for digital record access. Yes, each of us will have unique identity app for uploading or scanning the health document. Then health facility registry, तो जो भी health facilities है, database of all public and private healthcare facilities. Then healthcare professional का भी registry होगा, all the medical professionals would be registered in it. Then there will be open platform through which you can make appointments, go for teleconsultation. Yes, and there will be health information exchange and consent manager. Yes, so it empowers citizens to securely access and share their health records, because most of us would not understand exactly what we are sharing. There is an element of privacy also involved. Yes, so जो health records हैं, जो online digitized platform पे available है, उसमें से अब हमें किसको क्या share करना है ना? For that there will be a consent manager. Yes, so it empowers citizens to securely access and share their health records, ensuring that data exchange is driven by informed consent. Yes, so you find that the data exchange you proper informed consent के through हो रहा है. And then national health claims exchange. Yes, so it standardizes and speeds up insurance claims. Yes, तो जनरली क्या होता है, हेल्थ क्लेम सेटल करने में इट टेक्स अ लॉन्ग अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम. नाउ विथ दिस national health claims exchange, it will standardize as well as speed up the insurance claim settlement. Yes, then there will be a microsite project, a network of healthcare providers, lab, pharmacies in a defined area or a group to boost, yes, Arogya Bharat digital mission adoption, especially for private sector providers. Yes, so you will have a microsite. तो basically जो lab है ना, ये lab testing वगैरह के लिए आप जाते हो, plus जो local pharmacies in a defined area, that would be mapped है ना, there would be a network of it to boost its adoption, especially for private sector providers. Yes, this is क्योंकि अगर private sector में कोई इंसान गया under आरोग्य भारत है ना, to get various health facilities, then they can be sent to the network of healthcare provider labs and pharmacies which are mapped under it. Yes, so you have this is voluntary in nature, including for citizens. So which hospital wants to join, or which citizens do we want to be covered under it or not, it is voluntary in nature. Now this would be the ecosystem. There is policy maker, central and state government, provider के on है, hospitals and clinics, lab, pharmacies and wellness centers, allied private entities, and you have TPAs, insurers, health tech companies, healthcare professionals हैं, modern medicine, traditional medicine, other practitioners, non-profit organizations who will assist, है ना? And then you have administrators plus citizens and patients. Yes, key initiatives of this is scan and share. QR based OPD registration reduces waiting time. Yes, and digital health incentive scheme offers up to 4 crore incentive driving public and private sector adoption of digital health practices. Yes, uh, yes, fine. So this is as far as Arogya Bharat digital mission is concerned. Then you have Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Yes, Odisha has become the 34th state to implement the Ayushman Bharat uh, जन प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना और स्कीम. Yes, what is the purpose? To achieve the vision of universal health coverage. Type, it is centrally sponsored scheme. And the previous was central sector, जो digital mission था. Yes, and this is centrally sponsored. Yes, target is 12 crore families. Components is आयुष्मान आरोग्य मंदिर एंड प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना. ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? होलिस्टिकली एड्रेस द हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम. यस, covering prevention, promotion and ambulatory care at the primary, secondary and tertiary level. Yes, it reduces financial burden on poor and vulnerable groups. Yes, arising out of catastrophic hospital episodes and ensures their access. We just saw, है ना, it because these when an individual gets hospitalized, it the families which are है ना on the brink of the poverty line, they are often pushed below the poverty line. Yes, so that does not happen. You find that government wants to assist, है ना. In fact, it is the job of the government. जॉब ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट क्या है? दो कौन से एसेंशियल सर्विसेज हैं जो गवर्नमेंट को प्रोवाइड करने चाहिए? हेल्थ, एजुकेशन एंड बेसिक मिनिमम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, है ना. जनरली व्हाट हैज हैपेंड in countries like India, the focus of the government is generally on territorial security, which is of course one of the very important jobs that the government performs. Yes, but beyond that, for the citizen, territorial security एक component है ना, वो national security का component है, और दूसरा component क्या? Individual security. ठीक है, developed countries have moved beyond territorial security to individual security. और इंडिविजुअल सिक्योरिटी में क्या कवर होना चाहिए? हेल्थ प्रोवाइड करना चाहिए, बेसिक हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज, इट इज़ द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द स्टेट. बेसिक मिनिमम एजुकेशन इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द स्टेट. Yes, Scandinavian countries like Finland, there you find that the entire education burden is borne by the state. So that is the biggest equalizer, don't you think? If the education burden is borne by the state, then that becomes the biggest equalizer in the society. That is the biggest guarantee against the various divides, social economic divides in the society. क्योंकि आज के दिन क्या होता है, हम सबके पास राइट टू एजुकेशन है ना, सब कोई जाके एनरोल कर सकते हैं स्कूल में, बट ईच डिपेंडिंग ऑन देयर रेस्पेक्टिव सोशो इकोनॉमिक बैकग्राउंड विल बी एबल टू अवेल द एजुकेशन फैसिलिटी. यस, which offers us differential we are not allowed level playing field, है ना. सबको अलग अलग लेवल पे, कोई गवर्नमेंट स्कूल से पढ़ रहा है, कोई रीजनल लैंग्वेज स्कूल से, कोई इंग्लिश मीडियम से, कोई फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी बेस्ड स्कूल से पढ़ रहा है. तो ऑल ऑफ अस आर नॉट बिगिनिंग एट द सेम लेवल. Yes, so it is basically the responsibility of the government to provide health and education facilities, which in fact, and basic infrastructure, which are part of the state's responsibility towards individual security. ठीक है, तो आज के दिन security should not be just looked at from territorial perspective. Security needs to be understood from individual perspective. Yes, so the developed world is already there. India, we are still making an effort to reach there. Yes, but when under UPA government, जब हम right based approaches पर जा रहे थे, राइट टू एजुकेशन, राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन, राइट टू वर्क थ्रू MG नरेगा, है ना, राइट टू एजुकेशन, राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन, ये सारे जो लेजिस्लेशंस थे दे वर ऑल गियर्ड एट मेकिंग इंडिया अ सोशल डेमोक्रेसी वी से। ठीक है, तो अभी भी हम वही काम है स्टेट का, और वही काम करने के लिए दीज ऑल स्कीम्स हैव बीन फॉर्मुलेटेड। सो हियर ऑल्सो यू फाइंड दैट this is the idea: holistically address the healthcare system, including covering prevention, promotion, as well as ambulatory care at all the three levels: primary, secondary, and tertiary level, to reduce financial burden on poor and vulnerable arising out of catastrophic hospital episodes. This I have already, है ना, थोड़ा सा बताया मैंने, 5 lakh per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization. You have to be careful. Generally hospitalization है ना, इसमें secondary and tertiary care के लिए जो hospitalization है उसके लिए 5 lakh per family per year will be provided. Yes, the benefits will be portable across the country. Yes, then you have, इसमें और ज़्यादा रोल आ जाता है फॉर दैट डिजिटल मिशन बोर्ड का, है ना, इट फैसिलिटेट्स, इट ईजेज द नेशनल पोर्टेबिलिटी. देन सर्विस अवेलेबल अक्रॉस पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटीज. यस, नो कैप ऑन फैमिली साइज और फैमिली एज, है ना, कोई भी एज का मेंबर हो. यस, ऑल प्री एग्जिस्टिंग कंडीशंस आर कवर्ड फ्रॉम डे वन. Then it is technologically driven, enables cashless and paperless transactions. Yes, coverage of 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 15 days of post-hospitalization expense. This is very, very important. Yes, so it is not just that the hospital duration is covered, but 3 days prior to hospitalization generally your medicines begun, and 15 days after post-hospitalization also whatever medical expenses will be there, it would be covered up, है ना. Diagnostics हुआ, consultation हुआ, medicines हुआ, all that will be covered up. And then treatment of COVID-19 patients have also been covered from April 2020. So basically there can be a question, is COVID-19 covered under it? So yes, COVID-19 is basically covered under it. Background is, it was recommended by National Health Policy 2017. Yes, Ayushman आरोग्य मंदिर, जिसको पहले, है ना, हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर करके जो हमने पढ़ा है. यस, तो बेसिकली कितना, 1.5 लाख आयुष्मान आरोग्य मंदिर विल बी क्रिएटेड टू डिलीवर कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्राइमरी हेल्थ केयर दैट इज यूनिवर्सल एंड फ्री टू ऑल यूजर्स. यस, focus is on wellness and delivery of an expanded range of service closer to the community. Funding will be through National Health Mission. Yes, अब इसमें कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्राइमरी हेल्थ केयर थ्रू आयुष्मान आरोग्य मंदिर, इसमें क्या क्या कवर होगा, है ना. यू विल हैव एक्सपैंडेड सर्विस डिलीवरी, यू विल बी हैविंग अ कंटिन्यूअम ऑफ केयर, है ना, टेली हेल्थ रेफरल. यस, सो अ कंटिन्यूअम कैन बी मेंटेन्ड. ऐसा नहीं है कि देर विल बी डिसरप्शन, कि आपने डॉक्टर चेंज किया तो डिसरप्शन, सिटी चेंज किया तो डिसरप्शन. देर विल बी अ कंटिन्यूअम ऑफ केयर. Yes, expanding human resource and multi-skilling, community mobilization and health promotion, क्योंकि community level के, है ना, primary health centers at the local level. Then partnership for knowledge implementation. ठीक है, तो पता है कि sanitation should be there, है ना. So there will be partnership for knowledge implementation. Whatever they know that, है ना, maybe a pregnant woman should have this many micrograms of iron, this many micrograms of folic acid, whatever it is. So that can be a partnership for knowledge implementation. Robust IT system. Yes, and financing and or provider payment reforms. ठीक है, तो दोज रिफॉर्म्स जितना हो सके, उसमें इंश्योरेंस में तो कैशलेस है, यहाँ पे भी दे विल मेक दोज रिफॉर्म्स. देन प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना, बैकग्राउंड क्या है, erstwhile National Health Protection Scheme has been rechristened as the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. It is the largest health assurance scheme या insurance scheme in the world. Yes, In the exam, if the word assurance is mentioned, do not get confused. Insurance, assurance दोनों use कर रहे हैं हम इस schemes के context में. Yes, identified जो beneficiary हैं, they have been identified through socio-economic caste census which was conducted in 2011. The families that were covered under Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana but did not form part of SECC 2011 will also be covered under है ना प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना and all senior citizens of the age 70 years and above. तो ये है beneficiaries. The beneficiaries have been identified है ना based on certain deprivations through the socio-economic caste census. Almost 40% of Indian population है ना have been identified as a beneficiary under प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना. ठीक है, ऑलमोस्ट 40% ऑफ द फैमिलीज. ठीक है, 55 करोड़ बेनिफिशियरी. ठीक है, और उसके अलावा अगर कोई फैमिली या कोई इंडिविजुअल छूट गया जो राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना में कवर्ड था, दे विल ऑटोमेटिकली बी कवर्ड. yes, and all the senior citizens above the age है ना. तो irrespective of your socio-economic bracket, all the senior citizens above 70 years of age will be covered. 3 modes of implementation क्या है? Yes, you will have insurance will be provided. So you find the state health facility is going to pay premium to the insurance company per eligible family for the policy period. Then the assurance or trust, SHA directly reimburses the healthcare providers or mix of above two. तो क्या है 3 mode of implementation? पहले mode में SHA is going to pay premium to the insurance company who is going to pay who is going to reimburse the healthcare provider. तो via insurance company चलेंगे. या second mode में directly SHA will directly reimburse the healthcare provider. No need for an insurance company in between. Yes, and otherwise a mix of both the strategies can be used. Yes, so that is how they are going to move with the implementation. Now, what are the implementing agencies? You have National Health Authority, an autonomous body which is going to be chaired by the Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare. Yes, National Health Authority, State Health Authority, which will be headed by a CEO appointed by the state government. So pay attention. यहाँ पे जो National Health Authority है, it is going to be chaired. It is going to be an autonomous body which is going to be chaired by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. However, at the state level, it is not going to be chaired by the Minister of Health and Family Welfare. Rather, it is going to be headed by a CEO who is going to be appointed by the state government. Yes, and the district level, district implementing authority, which is going to be chaired by the district collector, district magistrate, or the collector of the district. Yes, fine. So these would be the implementing agencies at the national, state, as well as district level. Transparency and accountability. There are 4 modes of verification of beneficiaries. Yes, Aadhaar based eKYC, fingerprint, iris scan and face authentication. ठीक है, तो through these 4 modes, या तो आधार बेस्ड eKYC हो जाएगा, फिंगरप्रिंट, iris scan या face scan. Yes, whistleblower policy has been issued by National Health Agency. कि कोई health agency, health facility नहीं ठीक से काम कर रहा है, somebody is indulging in malpractices. Yes, so whistleblower policy. Anti-fraud cell in the state for carrying out surprise inspections, imposing penalties and de-empanelment, है ना, delisting कर देंगे उस private hospital का या government hospital का etc. की initiatives क्या हैं इसमें? आयुष्मान भव campaign. It aims to saturate coverage of health services through its 3 components. Yes, आयुष्मान भव ना, तो ये जनरली जब आशीर्वाद देते हैं तो है ना, व्हेन समबडी गिव्स यू अ ब्लेसिंग तो आयुष्मान भव, लिव लॉन्ग. यस, देन यू हैव आयुष्मान आपके द्वार. यस, सो यू हैव हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटीज रीचिंग अप टिल योर डोर स्टेप्स. यस, आयुष्मान मेलाज एट दी आयुष्मान आरोग्य मंदिर है ना, जो हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर एट द कम्युनिटी लेवल, वहाँ पे आरोग्य मेला लगेगा. आयुष्मान मेला मतलब क्या होगी, डॉक्टर्स वगैरह आएंगे, है ना, तो हेल्थ केयर, फ्री हेल्थ चेकअप एंड ऑल सच थिंग्स. यस, एंड आयुष्मान सभास हाँ, विलेज लेवल पे यू कैन रेज कि हाँ ये हमारे जनरल कंसर्न्स है ना. तो देर इज मे बी द ग्राउंड वाटर इज पोल्यूटेड एंड इट इज़ हैविंग सच एंड हेल्थ कॉन्सिक्वेंस और वट एवर इट इज़. तो या जो भी विलेज लेवल पे यू फील द नीड, आयुष्मान सभाज इन एवरी village and panchayats level. Then you find that it has, and its coverage has been expanded to cover all senior citizens. So irrespective of socio-economic bracket, all senior citizens above 70 years of age will be covered. Yes, तो इसमें क्या क्या है, free health insurance 5 lakh per family for all citizens aged 70 plus, seniors in आरोग्य भारत PM जन आरोग्य योजना, families can get an additional 5 lakh. Yes, अगर senior citizens हैं फिर 5 lakh per year for seniors. Without this coverage also, special card for senior citizens, scheme flexibility. है ना, अब ये कोई भी, बहुत सारे स्कीम्स हैं, उनमें से आप कोई भी स्कीम ऑप्ट कर सकते हो. प्राइवेट इंश्योरेंस होल्डर एलिजिबल, तो जिनके पास प्राइवेट इंश्योरेंस है ना, वो भी एलिजिबल है फॉर getting health insurance for senior citizens. Fine. Fine. So this is about this scheme. So है ना, काफ़ी कुछ इसमें हमने पढ़ा है.
Preparing for the UPSC Civil Services examination demands a solid grasp of every mains paper. Among them, the optional subject paper plays a crucial role in determining your final rank. A strong command over your optional subject can give you the competitive edge needed for success. To help you master this crucial aspect, Vision IAS presents the Optional Classroom Program 2026, available in live online and classroom offline modes for Geography, Sociology, Political Science and International Relations. Batch starts from 20th June, 2 p.m.
Yes, you have Ayushman Bharat, है ना, प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना. So through Jan Arogya Yojana, प्रधानमंत्री wants all of us to live long, है ना. आयुष्मान भारत, ठीक है. और फिर यहाँ पे ये डिजिटल मिशन था, आयुष्मान भारत डिजिटल मिशन. इट इज़ अबाउट डिजिटाइजेशन ऑफ द प्लेटफॉर्म. यस, एंड दिस इज द एक्चुअल स्कीम. ठीक है, तो फाइन. एंड स्कीम के दो कंपोनेंट्स हैं, आरोग्य मंदिर एंड दी इंश्योरेंस, है ना, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस दैट इज प्रोवाइडेड. फाइन. नेक्स्ट इज द यूनियन कैबिनेट अप्रूव्ड द एक्सटेंशन ऑफ नेशनल हेल्थ मिशन फॉर अनदर 5 years. पर्पस क्या है? अचीवमेंट ऑफ यूनिवर्सल एक्सेस टू इक्विटेबल, अफोर्डेबल एंड क्वालिटी हेल्थ केयर सर्विसेज. यस, purpose is achievement of universal access to equitable, affordable, क्वालिटी, ये 3 शब्द हमेशा हेल्थ केयर के साथ एसोसिएटेड होते हैं. Yes, equitable, affordable and quality healthcare. Yes, so irrespective of your socio-economic background, you should get affordability honi chahiye and quality honi chahiye. Affordability should not compromise on the quality of the healthcare. It is going to be centrally sponsored. Yes, most of these schemes will be centrally sponsored, है ना. Central sector क्यों था वो digital, क्योंकि वो digital mission था. It was about digitization, है ना, creating a digital platform. तो of course that could be central, है ना, central sector. But otherwise, है ना, education and health sector में it will be generally be centrally sponsored. ठीक है. फिर mission head क्या होंगे? Mission director of the rank of additional secretary, and the tenure will be 2021 till 2026. Objective is, है ना, yes, national health mission का objective क्या है? Reduction in child and maternal mortality. Yes, prevention and control of communicable and non-communicable disease. Access to integrated comprehensive primary health care. Yes, population stabilization, ये automatically इसके through आ रहा है कि नहीं? या TFR है ना, टोटल फर्टिलिटी रेट का जो कंसेप्ट है, तो जनरली हम IMR, MMR एंड TFR की बात करते हैं. ठीक है, तो वो तीनों एस्पेक्ट्स कवर है. इन्फेंट मोर्टेलिटी रेट चेक करना है, चाइल्ड मोर्टेलिटी रेट, मेटर्नल मोर्टेलिटी रेट एंड टोटल फर्टिलिटी रेट. तो टोटल फर्टिलिटी रेट के कंटेक्स्ट में आ गया पॉपुलेशन स्टेबलाइजेशन. यस, जेंडर बैलेंस मतलब चाइल्ड सेक्स रेशियो, है ना, तो फीमेल फीटिसाइड नहीं होना चाहिए. यस, एंड देन डेमोग्राफिक बैलेंस. Yes, only when the population is stabilized, we have a stable population, we do not have an aging population, है ना, you will be able to ensure a demographic balance. There has to be demographic balance, है ना. It cannot be only the very young people, it cannot be only the aged and the children, है ना. जो middle age group है, जो bears the burden, है ना, of the aged as well as take cares of the children. And there has to be a balanced population, to balanced demography, that is the idea, है ना. तो you find that this in fact has emerged as a major challenge for other countries like China, Japan, है ना, European countries. However, US has a demographic balance. It has been able to ensure demographic balance. As of now, we are हमें तो डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड रीप करना चाहिए था, बट until and unless we develop manufacturing base, we will not be able to do so. But at least we aim to not go for a demographic disbalance. हमारे यहाँ aging population नहीं हो जाना चाहिए. Yes, so that is the idea. जो इंडिया का reproduction policy है, that is in fact said to be one of the most forward looking, which will not allow demographic disbalance happening. ठीक है, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ enforced कुछ नहीं है, समझ रहे हो. One child policy not imposed like China, and nor should we get, है ना, there is this idea of DINK, DINK, हाँ, डबल इनकम नो किड्स, वो भी नहीं होना चाहिए. तो डेमोग्राफिक डिसबैलेंस हो जाता है. Yes, so you have to have demographic balance. Revitalize local health tradition and mainstream Ayush. Yes, universalize access to public services for food and nutrition, sanitation and hygiene, and universal access to public health care. Yes, and promotion of healthy lifestyle. So basically general जो चीज़ें हैं, national health mission का objective क्या है? जो general health है ना, health wellness है, that should be achieved through checking MMR, IMR, TFR सही होना चाहिए. Total fertility rate should be at replacement level. Yes, then you should not have the gender balance should be there, the demographic balance should be there. Yes, then you find that prevention and control of communicable and non-communicable disease should be there. Integrated comprehensive primary healthcare. Primary healthcare is something that all should have access to. Secondary, tertiary ठीक है, specialized होता है and at district या town level होगा, city level होगा. But primary healthcare is something that all should have access to, है ना. तो no village should be devoid of primary healthcare centers. Yes, and then revitalize, this is very, very important, revitalize local health tradition and mainstream Ayush. Yes, so one of the aims of the National Health Mission will be to revitalize local health tradition and mainstream Ayush. Then universal access to public services. पब्लिक सर्विसेज गवर्नमेंट के थ्रू जो सर्विसेज मिलनी चाहिए, किसका? फूड, न्यूट्रिशन, yes, sanitation and hygiene, and universal access to public health care, and finally promotion of healthy lifestyle only that can prevent non-communicable diseases. Fine, so these are some of the objectives. Next is the salient features. What are the salient features? So 2013 National Rural Health Mission, and which was actually launched in 2005, and the National Urban Health Mission, which was actually launched in 2013, were merged under a singular mission known as National Health Mission. पहले क्या था? 2005 में सिर्फ नेशनल रूरल हेल्थ मिशन हुआ करता था. 2013 में जब रूरल हेल्थ मिशन एक्चुअली bore some good results for India, later on we launched National Urban Health Mission, and later on both were merged into National Health Mission. Yes, the two submissions, urban and rural health mission. National Urban Health Mission, इसका क्या कवरेज है? It covers all the state capitals, district headquarters, cities and towns with a population of more than 50,000. Yes, so urban centers को cover कर रहा है. Decentralized है. Yes, which means not a top-down approach, rather a need-based, city-specific urban health care system implemented in partnership with community and local bodies and NGO. Yes, as soon as we talk about need-based things, and then you will bring in the NGOs and the local bodies, and they will tell us what is the actual need of the people. They will be able to articulate the needs of the people. Yes, so you have decentralized, need-based, city-specific urban healthcare system implemented in partnership with community and local bodies and NGOs. Then you have external aid funding is provided by Asian Development Bank based on the progress related to certain indicators. Yes, so performance-based funding है इसमें. Yes, then is service delivery and infrastructure. So urban primary healthcare center, urban community healthcare center, and a referral hospital and outreach services. Yes, these would be the service delivery infrastructure में ये है. Then National Rural Health Mission, rural level पे होगा. Yes, the thrust of the mission is on establishing a fully functional, community-owned, decentralized health delivery system with intersectoral convergence at all levels. Yes, the thrust of the mission क्या है? To establish fully functional, community-owned, decentralized health delivery system with intersectoral convergences at all levels. ठीक है, these are the keywords, these are the key ideas. Functional होना चाहिए. Yes, फिर community owned होगा, decentralized होगा, है ना? Community owned है तो decentralized हो गया. Then you have intersectoral convergences होने चाहिए. Yes, intersectoral, across sectors there should be convergences. Yes, तो health, nutrition, sanitation, इस तरह के जो across sector convergences. The mission will ensure simultaneous action on a wide range of determinants of health, such as water, sanitation, education, nutrition, social and gender equality. This is intersectoral convergence. Yes, support to the states, financing to the state is based on state program implementation plan. State will show improved progress on key outcomes or outputs such as IMR, MMR, है ना? Infant mortality, maternal mortality, and can receive additional funds as incentives. यहाँ पे there was funding, है ना, by Asian Development Bank based on performance. यहाँ पे you do not find so much of an external funding. Yes, the funding is based on this program, and additional incentive can be achieved through key outcomes अगर achieve किया तो. Then electronic vaccine intelligence network, EVIN. Yes, so it combines state-of-art technology, a strong IT infrastructure, trained human resource to enable real-time monitoring of stock and storage temperature of vaccines kept in multiple locations across country. ये important है. Yes, generally as far as vaccines are concerned, this is the general concern. कई बार पता ही नहीं होता कहाँ पे क्या वैक्सीन स्टोर्ड है, and at times the vaccines get वो है ना they are damaged, है ना, because they are not stored at the correct temperature. So there will be an event to ensure both. Yes. Then what are the major initiatives you have under National Health Mission? यू हैव जननी सुरक्षा योजना. ये एक एकदम फेवरेट टॉपिक है ऑफ यूपीएससी टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन. जननी सुरक्षा योजना है ना, उन्होंने अभी आई थिंक सो इन द पास्ट 2 years ऑल्सो दे हैव आस्क्ड अ क्वेश्चन ऑन जननी सुरक्षा योजना, और वो पूछ ही लेते हैं, है ना, 2-3 बार तो कम से कम पूछ चुके हैं वो सवाल. जननी सुरक्षा योजना. जननी सुरक्षा योजना, व्हाट इट इज मेंट फॉर, है ना, फॉर द सेफ्टी. मैटरनल मोर्टेलिटी रेट को चेक करना है बेसिकली, है ना. तो इट इज़ अ डिमांड. और मैटरनल मोर्टेलिटी रेट कैसे है? जननी, जननी द वुमेन हु इज़ गोइंग टू गिव बर्थ, है ना, शी इज़ द जननी. जननी सुरक्षा योजना to check, है ना, to reduce MMR. And how will you reduce MMR? By ensuring institutional deliveries. Yes, so it is a demand promotion and conditional cash transfer scheme for promoting institutional delivery, and it is 100% centrally sponsored scheme. Yes, so implementation is by the state, but the funding is 100% by the center. Fine, so Janani Suraksha Yojana, then Janani Sishu Suraksha Karyakram. तो जननी को भी प्रोटेक्ट करना है और शिशु को भी, है ना. सो इन्फेंट एंड नियोनेटल मोर्टेलिटी नीड्स टू बी checked. The objective is to provide better health facilities for pregnant women and the neonates and mitigate the problem of out of pocket expenditure. Neonates कौन हो गए? Neonatals. Neonates generally premature babies would be ठीक, हाँ, एक बार चेक करना. फिर नियोनेटल का जो है ना, एक इन्फेंट होता है, इन्फेंट इज अप टिल 1 year. हाँ, एवरी न्यू बॉर्न चाइल्ड. इसका कुछ पीरियड है, देर इज सम, हाँ ऐसा कुछ है, लेस देन 4 weeks या फ्यू डेज. हाँ, 28 days एग्जैक्टली. Yes, so you find that better healthcare facilities for pregnant women and neonates mitigate the problem of out-of-pocket expenditure, facilitates a zero-expense delivery to pregnant women who access government health facilities for their delivery. Yes, then you have Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram. Yes. Bal Swasthya Karyakram. So early identification and early intervention for children to cover the 4 Ds. 4 Ds क्या है? Defects at birth, deficiency, disease and developmental delays including disability. Yes, so early identification and early intervention, all the children in the 0 to 6 age group would be beneficiary in rural areas and urban slums, and children up to 18 years of age enrolled in classes 1 to 12th in the government or government aided schools. Yes, child health screening and early intervention services envisages to cover 30 selected health conditions for screening, early detection and free management. ठीक है, तो राष्ट्रीय बल स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम है ना. तो स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम फॉर, इट इज बेसिकली मेंट फॉर चिल्ड्रन, all children of 0 to 6 years of age in rural areas या urban slums, then children up to 18 years of age who are in government or government aided schools. Yes, and the aim is to early identification and early intervention for identifying and providing treatment for the 4 Ds. 4 Ds क्या है? Defects at birth, deficiencies, diseases and developmental delays including disability. फिर child health screening है, early intervention services है to cover 30 health conditions for screening, early detection and free management. Yes, then you have this ASHA. ASHA acts as a link between poor pregnant women and the public health sector. Yes, focus on 10 low performing states, incentive for ASHA and the mother for each institutional delivery. Yes, so you have ASHA acts as a link, she acts as an intermediary between the mother and the public health facility. Yes, and ये कहाँ पे ज़्यादा फोकस रहता है? 10 लो परफॉर्मिंग स्टेट्स एंड इंसेंटिव फॉर ईच इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिलीवरी. Yes, beneficiary of Janani Suraksha Yojana. Yes, low performing states, all pregnant women after institutional delivery and high performing states. अच्छा ये है incentives क्या है ना? लो परफॉर्मिंग स्टेट के लिए अगर रूरल एरिया में मदर है हु हैज़ गॉन फॉर इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिलीवरी, शी विल बी पेड ₹1400 एंड द आशा वर्कर विल बी पेड 600. Yes, urban area, the mother will be paid 1000 and the ASHA worker 400 because there is a higher chance that the mother anyways would go for institutionalized delivery. Yes, और हाई परफॉर्मिंग स्टेट्स वहाँ पे ज़्यादा इंसेंटिवाइज करना नहीं पड़ेगा, वो चले ही जाएंगे खुद से, है ना, फॉर इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिलीवरी. तो रूरल एरिया 700, आशा वर्कर वुड बी 600 एंड 400 उनका सेम है ना. विमेन मदर का डिफरेंट है बेनिफिशरीज. एंड हाई परफॉर्मिंग स्टेट में BPL विमेन, SC ST विमेन आफ्टर इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिलीवरी उनको ये बेनिफिट मिलेगा. यस, अप टू 2 लाइव बर्थ्स, है ना. उसके बियॉन्ड अगर दे आर गोइंग टू हैव चिल्ड्रन देन दे विल नॉट बी मॉनिटरली, है ना, benefited, but otherwise for the first 2 live births they can avail monetary benefits. Then you have राष्ट्रीय किशोर स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम, है ना. किशोर, किशोर मतलब एडोलेसेंस, ठीक है. तो राष्ट्रीय किशोर स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम फॉर एडोलेसेंट, है ना, एडोलेसेंस के हेल्थ के लिए. बेनिफिशियरी है एडोलेसेंस. एडोलेसेंट का एज ग्रुप क्या होता है? 10 to 19, है ना. तो टीनेजर्स अलग हैं, एडोलेसेंस अलग है. टीनेजर्स स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम 13 बट एडोलेसेंस स्टार्ट्स एट 10. यस, टू मेक इन्फॉर्म्ड हेल्थ डिसीजंस. हेल्थ स्क्रीनिंग होंगे इन स्कूल फॉर अर्ली डिजीज डिटेक्शन including non-communicable diseases. Community support is going to be provided. There will be peer educators, Sathiya, yes, who would guide the adolescents. Yes, and the Sathiya resource kit helps address sensitive topics, especially in rural areas. Yes, menstrual hygiene scheme, subsidized sanitary napkins for rural girls. National Adolescent Health Strategy, which has been developed by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and UN Population Fund. Yes, fine. जननी शिशु सुरक्षा कार्यक्रम में क्या क्या है? फ्री assured ambulance service and transport from home to the facility and a drop back. जब हो गया बच्चा तो फिर घर भी डिलीवर करेंगे. Yes, then you have, yeah, otherwise also be. Yes, फिर they will be provided free drugs, diagnostics and blood transfusion. There will be free delivery and C-section. Yes, similar facility extended to infants up to a year old. ठीक है. तो जननी शिशु सुरक्षा में शिशु विल बी, है ना, इन्फेंट तक, है ना. तो इन्फेंट का एज क्या होता है? 0 to 1 years. ठीक है. तो इन्फेंट भी कवर्ड है. किसमें? 6000 रुपीज मिलेगा. वो कंडीशनल पार्ट में मिलेगा शायद ना. अच्छा, वो मुझे भी चेक करना पड़ेगा. अब ये मॉनेटरी तो मुझे, हाँ, अच्छा. हाँ, तो टू इंश्योर कि चाइल्ड सेक्स रेशियो इज मेंटेन, है ना. नहीं, ठीक है, अभी ये क्या है, रिप्रोडक्टिव मैटरनल न्यूबॉर्न चाइल्ड एडोलेसेंट हेल्थ, ठीक है, RMNCH plus A strategy promotes a link between various interventions across thematic areas to enhance coverage throughout the life cycle to improve child survival, ठीक है, चाइल्ड सर्वाइवल के लिए है ना, अक्रॉस दिस रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ, मैटरनल हेल्थ, न्यूबॉर्न चाइल्ड एंड एडोलेसेंट हेल्थ, एक इंटीग्रेटेड है ना अप्रोच टू एंश्योर अ ग्रेटर चाइल्ड सर्वाइवल. यस, वेरियस थीमेटिक एरियाज है ना, जैसे जननी सुरक्षा, इन्फेंट मोर्टेलिटी है ना, इस तरह से. तो यू फाइंड एडोलेसेंस का हेल्थ प्लस जो है इसमें वो क्या है ना, ये RMNCH रिप्रोडक्टिव मैटरनल न्यूबॉर्न चाइल्ड हेल्थ है ना, और A स्टैंड्स फॉर एडोलेसेंस. तो प्लस क्या है, adolescence recognized as a key life stage. Yes, integrated health approach links maternal, child and reproductive. In fact, now you do not really have the time, but once the prelims is over, maybe if you want, adolescence, ये भी बोल रहे हैं ना, adolescence as a key age group has been identified. In fact, adolescence is a very very critical age group for any individual, है ना. You go through a lot of changes, physical, mental, psychological, बहुत सारे changes होते हैं, formative, very very formative. It will shape how you become when you grow up, है ना, what will be your personality as you grow up. Yes, and in fact, there is a very nice show if you can watch it. Yes, not now, whenever you find a time, है ना, called Adolescence. Adolescence ही उसका नाम है. It is just 4 episodes. It's a nice show if you can watch it. And it is, such shows also provide you fodder for maybe an ethics paper, maybe essay paper. ठीक है, वो आप कोट कर सकते हो उनको. Fine. Anyways, the plus within क्या, adolescence is recognized as a key life stage. Integrated health approach links maternal, child and reproductive health. तो फैमिली प्लानिंग, HIV, जेंडर, प्रीनेटल केयर, सब कुछ. कम्युनिटी एंड फैसिलिटी लिंकेज कनेक्ट्स होम बेस्ड एंड फैसिलिटी बेस्ड सर्विसेज. यस, सीमलेस हेल्थ केयर एंश्योर्स रेफरल्स एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन अक्रॉस हेल्थ सिस्टम लेवल्स. यस, सो यू फाइंड दैट ऑल दिस इज कवर्ड. फिर ये भी एक बहुत फेवरेट टॉपिक है ऑफ UPSC. दे लाइक टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन on universal immunization program. ठीक है, universal immunization program, it is 100% funded by the central government. It was launched in 1985 and it is one of the largest immunization programs in the world. Yes, UIP, free immunization against 12 diseases. So just know those 12 diseases. Yes, so nationally against 3 disease. तो यही है DPT है ना, DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, then polio, measles, rubella, severe form of childhood tuberculosis, hepatitis B, meningitis and pneumonia caused by Haemophilus influenza type B. And subnationally against 3 diseases, rotavirus, diarrhea, pneumococcal pneumonia, Japanese encephalitis, provided only in endemic districts. ठीक है, तो 9 diseases के लिए national immunization है and 3 diseases के लिए subnational or in endemic districts only. Yes, so it is also identified as Mission Indradhanush, intensified Mission Indradhanush. क्या है, in 2014 India launched Mission Indradhanush flagship program with the aim to improve routine immunization. Subsequently, intensified Mission Indradhanush was launched to ensure that no one is left behind. यही है, यूनिवर्सल इम्यूनाइजेशन प्रोग्राम को इवेंचुअली मिशन इंद्रधनुष कहा गया था. यस, एंड मिशन इंद्रधनुष भी अब इंटेंसिफाइड मिशन इंद्रधनुष हो चुका है, with the idea to leave no one behind. Yes, then you have communicable disease control program. Yes, it is national vector borne disease control program, है ना. तो ये vector borne है ना, some mosquito biting है ना, mosquito is the vector या some other है ना, animal can be a vector for preventing vector borne diseases. Vector borne malaria, Japanese encephalitis, dengue, chikungunya, kala azar and lymphatic filariasis. I hope you understand what is a vector borne, है ना. our direct transfer नहीं हो सकता है ना. the virus आज सर्वाइव किसी एक वेक्टर में करते हैं और उसी वेक्टर के थ्रू हमें ट्रांसमिट हो सकते हैं. Then National Tuberculosis Elimination Program to reduce TB burden in India by 2025, 5 years ahead of Sustainable Development Goal. Yes, Nikshay Poshan Yojana, rupees 1,000 per month for TB patient via direct benefit transfer. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली नेशनल ट्यूबरक्लोसिस एलिमिनेशन मिशन है विच एम्स टू रिड्यूस टीबी बर्डन इन इंडिया बाय 2025 विच विल बी 5 years. एसडीजी का गोल कब खत्म होना था? 2030. हाँ, तो अभी ओरिजिनली वो 2030 तक खत्म होना चाहिए था. तो बट यू फाइंड दैट प्रायर 5 years प्रायर वी एम. और टीबी का यू फाइंड दैट you become more susceptible to TB or your recovery becomes much slower if you do not have sufficient nutritious meal, है ना. TB का burden इसीलिए developing countries में ज़्यादा होता है, and especially amongst the socio-economically disadvantaged section, ना, which do not have access to nutritious meals. Yes, so you find that इसी context में निक्षय पोषण योजना भी है ना, to ensure that the TB patients get access to nutritious meals. Then National Leprosy Eradication Mission provides free leprosy treatment for all. Then you have Integrated Disease Surveillance Program tracks epidemic prone diseases with IT based surveillance. Yes, तो epidemic जो epidemic की तरह हो सकता है ना. What is the difference between epidemic and pandemic? हाँ, तो अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, अक्रॉस द ग्लोब, अक्रॉस कंट्रीज जो होता है वो पेंडेमिक, एपिडेमिक विद इन अ कंट्री. हाँ, विद इन अ कंट्री, विद इन अ रीजन, तो इट बिकम्स एपिडेमिक. See, I was thinking that once we complete, we can do one thing, that once I complete this, we will end today's class. We will anyways take a second part of the class. That is when I will cover the rest of the topics. Yes, that day we might take half an hour more. लेकिन ये दो major discussions थे. Education बहुत लंबा है. उसके बाद we have the discussions would not be as long. Yes, so today because of some work I thought कि we can we'll just take the class up till 3 and after that we will continue in the next class. Is that fine? हाँ, क्या? Yes, it continues till date under the name of Intensified Indradhanush Program या यूनिवर्सल इम्यूनाइजेशन प्रोग्राम भी बोलते हैं. वैसे अब नया नाम है इंटेंसिफाइड इंद्रधनुष मिशन. इट कंटिन्यूज, है ना. आज के दिन भी इम्यूनाइजेशन इज़ वेरी वेरी एसेंशियल, है ना. जो ये मीजल्स है, DPT है, diphtheria, pertussis and other diseases, है ना. If they are not we are not immunized against them, they become easy diseases to which children succumb to. फिर नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज कंट्रोल प्रोग्राम, नेशनल प्रोग्राम फॉर प्रिवेंशन एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ कैंसर डिजीज. यू कैन रीड थ्रू इट. yes, non communicable disease control program. Fine. Fine, that is it then for today. We will continue. We have 8 more sectors to be covered, but then those 8 sectors में एक schemes है, छोटी schemes है generally. So we will be in a position, if we need, we will extend extend half an hour more, and in the next class I'll also come with the previous year questions from the schemes that we are covering, or some schemes which we might not be covering. We'll just see what kind of questions have been asked, so that while preparing you can accordingly pay attention to the points. Fine. With that we will conclude today's class, and we will continue our discussion in the next class. Thank you.